Hey guys, I know it's 4th of July weekend, so you probably don't really want to talk or hear about any of this kind of thing, but this last full moon we went through, or we're going through, or, I don't even really need to blame it on astrology. It's, a lot of fluctuating energies that we're all kind of dealing with in our own kinds of ways. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my world, um, because I think it's an important topic to discuss a little bit about with, I'm really into tarot. So I was just watching this like all signs reading with tarot, and so the girl is going through all of the zodiac signs and kind of what is going on with them and their person, and whether or not you have a person, it could just be whatever is kind of coming up for you to deal with. um, it's interesting because it seems as though all of these like major shifts and transitions that we're going through, and really what it's supposed to be doing is unpacking so much so that we can get to the root, the core of like who we are as individuals. And so in that, it's gonna be a little crazy. Hopefully not too crazy, and hopefully nobody goes to extremes or gets in trouble, mm. or has some too much of an unfavorable outcome. I mean, we do have control over um, our reactions to things and how we handle situations and things, and our part to play into other people's lives and everything. So I just thought it was really interesting. All of the zodiac signs that she went through were literally like branching off into like their own directions. Like none of it was like fluffy or happy or like a coming together. I mean, there's still, like obviously if you have some kind of established something with someone, there is care, there are feelings involved and all of that. But I just think as we're going through so many different aspects of our lives, it's really challenging to give more than you can give, like to give to someone else in a relationship kind of a way. It's always good to be kind, to be compassionate, to be friendly with people. I just don't think now is really the best time to get into new relationships. And that trial and error, is perfectly fine too. I think relationships show you like a lot about yourself. It's a lot of learning about yourself and, these dynamics. And I just think sometimes we have more of a bandwidth, or we have more of a capacity to actually participate, and sometimes we just don't. We're like dead, or we're very emotional, or angry, or whatever the emotions are, emotional, and just a little confused, unsure, unclear. Everybody's kind of doing their own things and moving in different directions and coming to new places and meeting new people and trying to branch out. And of course, naturally, at times, things feel really good and feel really happy and really light with someone. And that's great, but when it starts to move more into, commitments and compatibility and all of these things, you have to really get real with yourself at some point. And this has not happened for me until, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get this shit together, to be honest. But most recently it's been like another layer of things that have been brought to my attention. in the realm of learning about myself, my wants, my needs, my desires, my passions, and having a partner that aligns with that, that aligns with some of that. And it doesn't all have to be, you're the same type of person. That's boring. Nobody wants that. You want variety. You want interesting new thought processes and ideas and ways of doing things. You shouldn't just ever be stuck in your ways, especially at the ages that most of us are at, or that I'm at for sure. So it's just being really patient with yourself and with other people, being really honest with yourself and other people. And I think as long as we're able to have some of these kinds of conversations and not be stringing each other along or making things more confusing than they really need to be, you can literally just have a conversation about kind of where each other is at and go your separate ways for a little while, or and maybe you don't come back together, maybe you do. You can't really hold on to those expectations either. You just really, I think it's just really important to be focused on your own growth and your own development at this time, because when we start focusing on other people and caring so much about how they're feeling about us or what they think about us, or start getting into like some of those insecurities, all this stuff comes up, and it's like, wait a minute, like I don't think I signed up for this, or like maybe I did, maybe this is something that I do need to look at. But it's easy when it's light and airy and fun, but that's not realistic. That's not a state of being that most of us are constantly in. We go through different types of things and transitions where we get scared, we get uncomfortable. We're evolving like very rapidly at this time. And so I just think, bottom line, I think that it's really nice of us to, whatever it is that we're going through in these kinds of dynamics, it could be friendships, it could be family as well, to really hear people out. If they want to talk to you, if they have something to say, you should really listen to what they have to say, take it all in, and figure out where you're wanting to move from there. But I think the conversations are definitely important. I don't think anyone needs to be left in the dark and left unclear about things. That's a really mean thing to do. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit, and just remind you guys that we're all fucking in this together, and all of our different intricacies and complexities and ways. And I think the more compassionate and the more understanding of where people are at this time is very, very important, and will make you feel better as well.